Good morning, students, and welcome to E-class of St.Xaviers School, Adipur. So, students, now the last portion of our English grammar chapter. Comprehension. English grammar we have lastly is the comprehension, that is Comprehension C. That is chapter number 22 in your textbook, Hummingbird. So, let's start with the chapter, students. So the next is we are going to read is the starting hummingbirds. Hummingbirds are small, colorful birds with long, thin and iridescent means shining with colors. So they have iridescent feathers. They have many colorful means they are shining with colors. Their name comes from the fact that they flap their wings so fast they make a humming noise. That's why they are known as hummingbirds, because they flap their wings so fast that it makes a humming noise. That's why they are said to be hummingbirds. Hummingbirds can fly right, left, down, backward and even upside down. So they have this speciality. They have a specialized long and tapered bill that is used to obtain nectar from the center of long tube flower. Yes, means they have such a bee. They can directly neck out the nectar from the flower. So they have such an talent. The hummingbird's feet are used for perching only and are not used for hopping or walking. So they are only used for perching. That's it. The hummingbird's fast breathing rate, fast heartbeat and high body temperature requires that they eat often. मतलब वो बहुत जल्दी जल्दी खाते हैं. They also require an enormous amount of food each day. मतलब वो बहुत ज़्यादा खाते हैं. Hummingbirds have a long tongue which they use to lick their food at the rate of 13 licks per second. सोचो, एक लिक में, लिक यानी जीभ से लेना, एक लिक में वो 13 licks वो कर सकते हैं per second. Hummingbirds are often found only in Americas from southern Alaska to Tierra del Fuego, including the Caribbean. So this is the place where they are found. The majority of species occur in tropical center and South America, but several species are breed in temperate area. Temperate मतलब थोड़ा ज़्यादा temperature होता है वहाँ. Historically, hummingbirds were killed for their feathers. Today, habitat loss and destruction are the hummingbirds' main threat. So the habitat means जो environment है वो अब वो नहीं है, जैसे वो रहते हैं वो अब नहीं है. So that is not found. That's why that habitat यानी that species is now rarely found. So this is a threat to them. I hope students here are clear. So next we have question and answers. Why students, question and answers you have to find this, and even meanings you have to write down. Why are the hummingbirds called by that name? Because they flap their wings, swing so fast that make a humming sound. Where are hummingbirds found? Hummingbirds are found in America from southern Alaska to Tierra del Fuego, including the Caribbean. We have seen in the passage. What are the main threats to the hummingbirds? The hummingbirds' habitat loss and destruction are the main threats. अब वो habitat, अभी वो environment surrounding उनके लिए नहीं है. So that is a threat to them. So you have to, how does the use of hummingbirds' feet differ from the others? Because they are used only for perching. Okay, not for hopping or walking. The hummingbirds' feet are used for perching only and not used for hopping or walking. So perching means sit or rest somewhere. Okay. So we will see the meanings also. Iridescent means shining with many colors. Tapered means reduced thickness towards one end. Perching means sit or rest somewhere. Enormous means very large. Enormous यानी उनको बहुत ज़्यादा खाना चाहिए. Temperate having mild temperature. Habitat, the natural environment of animal or plant. I hope students here are clear. It's a very short paragraph and very short. Okay. So next is you have to find antonyms. Antonyms means opposite, and you have to make a sentence. You can make your own sentence also. Tiny, Enormous. Fly is tiny but elephant is enormous. Minority, majority. Minority मतलब कम लोग, majority मतलब ज़्यादा. In the park there was minority but in cinema it was majority. Few, several. I have few chocolates but my friend has several. Excluding, including. Try excluding sugar from diet and include more proteins. Gain, loss. So gain is gain, again loss. He calculated his gain and losses of money and result was plus, means he was at plus. Seldom, often. I often read books but seldom go to the library. Okay, you have to use opposite in the sentences. So student, next is the fly. Okay, so now let's read this passage. It's a poem passage. Okay. How large unto the tiny fly must little things appear. मतलब एक फ्लाई को छोटी छोटी चीज़ें कैसे दिखती है. अ रोज बर्ड लाइक अ फेदर बेड, मतलब एक रोज बर्ड इतना छोटा रोज का लीफ उनको फेदर बेड की तरह दिखता है. इट प्रिकल्स लाइक अ स्पेयर, मतलब उसको बहुत बड़ा दिखता है. अ ड्यू ड्रॉप लाइक अ लुकिंग ग्लास, एक ड्यू ड्रॉप तो ग्लास की तरह उसको दिखता है. अ हेयर लाइक अ गोल्डन वायर. The smallest grain of mustard seed as a fierce coal of fire, मतलब एक छोटा सा दाना भी उनको पता नहीं, इतना एक mustard seed का दाना as a fierce coal of fire, इतना बड़ा दिखता होगा. So this is the passage all about. There is one more paragraph in the passage and that is, you can see a loaf of bread, a loafy hill. उनको loaf of bread कैसे दिखता है, loafy hill की तरह. A wasp, a cruel leopard, मतलब wasp मतलब मधुमक्खी, उनको एक cruel leopard की तरह दिखती है. And specks of a salt as a bright to see, as lambkins to the shepherd. Lambkins मतलब lambs. So I hope student clear. छोटे lambkins मतलब छोटे lamb के बच्चे. तो as a shepherd को जैसे दिखते हैं उसी तरह उनको भी इतना ही बड़ा दिखता होगा. So this is the thing. Now let's see. You have to answer the following question. Which object in own opinion will look the most frightening to the fly? The leopard will look most frightening to the fly. Why does a loaf of bread seem like a hill to the fly? Because a fly is a tiny thing. A loaf of bread will seem like a hill to the fly because for the tiny little thing appears enormous. क्योंकि छोटे चीज़ों के लिए एक fly के लिए तो वो सारी चीज़ें बहुत बड़ी है. What do you think are lambkins? Lambkins are young lambs. जो छोटे lambs होते हैं उन्हें क्या बोलते हैं? Lambkin. According to the poet, the leopard is cruel. So I hope students you are clear with this. Now next is find the words from the poem that mean the same. Very high, that is loafy. A very small bit, that is speck. A little lamb, that is lambkin. So note 4 more similes used in the poem. Rosebud like a feather bud, मतलब comparison किया गया है. Prickle like a spear. Dewdrops like a looking glass. A hair like a golden wire. A loaf of bread, a loafy hill. Now let's see the rhyming words and used at the end with the same sound. Find 3 pair of rhyming words from the poem. So we have found that appear, spare, then leopard, shepherd, wire and fire. So this is it, student. With this comprehension we have finished with our syllabus of English grammar. So students, do read it and do complete some of the activities in your textbook and some of the writing section, that is question and answers and meaning. Write it in your writing section notebook. Thank you and have a nice day.